Hey, this is Jay with AwardsFreak.com. We're about to watch Friday Night Lights Season 5. We're about to watch the season premiere of Season 5 called Expectations. I'm very excited for the season. It's a final season. I hope it is Emmy worthy, the way it was embraced by the Emmys, which I think it's amazing. It's one of my favorite shows of all time, and it's very deserving. So we'll see if in fact it deserved those nominations.
Football's stupid. What's stupid about football?
For starters, it celebrates the worst instincts of American culture.
Oh, what's that?
Aggression, violence, the taking of
No,
land.
what football celebrates is teamwork and character if executed properly. That's what it celebrates.
I don't like all the equipment either.
Equipment?
Yeah, like pads and helmets and cups. I don't like.
You don't wear cups in football, son.
To hang free and easy. You know?
Where are you from?
All over. My family moves around a lot for work, so.
Well, you live in Texas now. You love the game of football. You just don't know it yet.
Honey, look at this.
That's
So
Texas.
many arrest reports in these files. This girl is a senior and has never seen a guy.
I'm from Texas, y'all, in case you don't know. Really good so far. The scene where Landry is with the grandma of his best friend, Matt's grandma. That was a really great scene. I loved how they used the blood pressure machine, and she thought it was the MP3 player. That was very subtle. It let the viewers know what was going on without beating himself over the head. The writing was really good. I won't be surprised if I get really emotional during this episode, just because if this is his last episode, Landry has been there since season 1, and he's one of those characters you connect with a lot. In particular, during season 2, I would have nominated him for an Emmy for Best Supporting Actor. I thought it was amazing during that season. And I always believed that if I was anybody in this series, I probably would have been Landry. Landry's awesome. The fact that he ends up celebrating in a strip bar, that's pretty cool of him. But the best scene by far in this segment, between commercial breaks, definitely the badges of the Girl Scouts with the coach and his daughter. You see, it's very subtle writing. You know what it means without them telling you exactly every single scene, or them actually talking about, like, just having exposition dialogue of, oh, I miss when you were a little girl, and I'm gonna miss when you've grown so fast. Instead, they use this spirit, this badge, this vest with the badges of the Girl Scouts to represent everything that needed to be said, and it was all about what went unsaid, and you knew exactly what it meant. That was a great scene. And also, while recruiting the new football player, calling him a coward was great. That's a great way to get a typical teenage dude to get what to get him to do whatever you want. It's one of those things that, guys, you can't call us cowards, because then we'll have to do it no matter what it is. We gotta do it. We gotta man up. So that was actually a pretty great line.
I don't want a small. Andre, I don't have enough money for you to get a large. I don't want a small. Can you take this and you drink and just be happy? I know I can take it, but I want a large. Don't you yell at me, okay? I can if I want. Yes, this and alright, fine. God damn, what the hell are you doing? It was an accident, alright? You need to control your damn son. He's my damn son. Whatever. Andre, what's the problem? You're not my mom. That's the problem.
That scene, with "You're Not My Damn Mom" scene, one of the greatest things of Friday Night Lights is, especially this past season, was how he discussed race, and or the lack. They didn't discuss race directly, but they did in a way, and also the underlying pressures of society. In particular, this one scene shows the lack of a present father and a present mother, which I think is a huge thing. It might be my degree talking, but I really do love Friday Night Lights for what it says about society in a whole. This is a microscopic look of what society is at large. This one small little city, and I love that what I loved about Is Dylan happening was it showed a whole new side to the city and a whole new sector of society to a lot of people, which I thought was awesome and necessary. That was a great episode. Expectations of Friday Night Lights season 5, episode 1. It was really great. However, it does not compare to East of Dylan, which I thought was one of the best episodes they've ever made. This is the premiere of season 4. It was a great episode overall. Gives me high hopes. There's so much change going on. I'm wondering how the season will shape itself, because it seems like there's going to be not necessarily new characters, because a lot of the characters of this season I think have been introduced this past season, even though there are 1 or 2 new characters. But I want to see how they go and how they explore these characters, because every year that's one of the most fascinating things about Friday Night Lights, how they choose to explore certain people and certain characters and storylines.
Alabama? Mama, they want me. Where do you want to live? You want the city? The beach? Florida? California? Huh? Where do you want to live? Because I'm going to take care of you, Mama.
I'm so proud of you.
We don't have to worry about nothing anymore, I promise. I'm so proud of you.
That was a scene from season 2, episode 2. It got very emotional because I know how hard it is to come from a family that struggles, and you try your best to go to college. So that scene means a lot to me, because a lot of people, either academics or athletic, you know, they're just trying to get a scholarship, trying to get accepted to a good university, make a difference not just for themselves but for their entire families. So things like that always get to me. I'm a first generation student, so it means a lot to me when I see that, and there's so much hope for the future, and that's a great scene. And they completely nailed that scene. Let's continue the episode, see what's next. Episode 2 is good so far. It's not that great compared to the season premiere, which I often find to be a pattern of Friday Night Lights. So we'll see how it goes. Yes, it does have its moments so far, but overall, I'm not feeling the spark yet. It feels like there's a lot more build up in this episode compared to other episodes. Usually the season premiere lays down the foundation. I kind of feel like the premiere was us reaching the conclusion of what happened. I almost feel like the season premiere was the conclusion of what happened last season, and this episode 2 is really the season premiere, where we're starting to see exactly what's going to happen this season as far as development is going. So we'll see how it goes. Love that last final moment of the episode where he goes in and writes state. That was pretty badass. That was probably the highlight of the entire episode, actually. I like Tammy's storyline. I want to see where it goes, because I think we've seen this before when she first started to be a counselor, and we all know, you know, Tammy cares about the students, so I want something different from her. I hope the writers do her justice. From what I've heard, she doesn't really have a standout episode. That's why her submission for lead actress isn't that great. From what I've heard, I haven't seen. You know, I'm barely seeing the season, so I want to see how it goes. But I hope it gets better for her. Kyle Chandler is just doing such a great job. He does so much with, you know, just the look. He's definitely lead actor worthy. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes, develops. was a really great episode. When they go against the school that they forfeited the previous season. By far, there were a lot of clear standout moments. Them winning the game, Coach drinking, Tammy drinking. Also, probably one of the best two scenes are, well, the best three scenes are when the guys are talking outside their hotel rooms late at night, enjoying the view, while unbeknownst to them, Coach is listening from his room. I thought that was a great scene. Also, when the wife of the TA goes to Julie and calls her a slut, that's a great scene. I'm gonna be interested to see how that develops, especially seeing her, Julie, who has always been overall, one of the good girls, how she reacts to that. And now from being a good girl with Matt to being a slut. I thought that was going to happen, but I thought it was going to happen later in the season. So I'm glad the writers had the courage to just go ahead and do it now. It makes it more interesting where the characters are going to go, and as far as the storylines. What else is there? The other scene was when they're at the party of the football players and they get branded. It shows real. It could be absurd to some people, but at the same time, it really does show how in Texas football is a bond for life that you make. And it just shows the brotherhood and the deep connection they have with each other. And I thought that was a really great scene. It's a stupid thing to do, but it shows how much it means to the players. It was a great episode. It was really enjoyable. It wasn't the best episode of the season. I feel like it didn't do much, but I kind of felt the same way about episode 4. It was just episode 4 in particular. Episode 4, keep looking. Not much happened in the episode. I felt it was almost filler. It was more set up than anything else. So, I just finished seeing it. I can't remember a clear standout moment that I was like, oh yes, this is something I need to know for the rest of the season. And clearly, from episode 4 to episode 5, we already started seeing a lot of those things that put to place in episode 4. The writers really worked in episode 5 and developed the storylines already, and I'm excited to see what happens in the rest of the season.